if you want suckable, kissable, sellable toes and feet this summer, stay tuned because this video is the thing you've been looking for. Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Darcy and today we're going over my full foot and toe care routine, and this is everything I've been doing to have the best looking feet and toes and have them be kissable and all the bowls that you can think of. So let's get into today's video. I'm going to tell you how to make them soft, how to get your toes cute, the right colors that might work for you, how to accessorize them, how to get rid of any pigmentation, dark spots, any issues you're going down there, just everything, because I feel like I've been through it all. So if you're someone who want the sellable, suckable toes, let's get into it. And these are everything that you can do at home. I don't even go to salons to get pedicures anymore. The basics, of course, get your feet soaked first. Before you move into doing anything, first either soak your feet in warm water with Epsom salts or some body wash for like 10 to 15 minutes, or you can just take a nice warm shower and make it last 10 to 15 minutes. And that's usually what I do first. I'll go in the shower first, stay as long as I want to, and then when I get out, that's when I will start doing my toes. The first problem we're going to eliminate is rough, dry, cracked heels. I've had such a problem with that, so the fact that this is something I no longer deal with just brings me so much joy. And I feel like I used to try so many products and nothing worked until this electric file. I think I got this for less than $20 on Amazon, but this was the electric file that I got. This is from Rose CE, but I got one that comes with that fine roller head and it just turns like this. I've seen so many online that does the circular shape like this, but this one, it just goes like that. It has two settings, regular speed and then one that goes much faster. I usually use the one that goes much faster if it's been a week or two, but usually I do this on a weekly basis. So after I shower, I'll usually let my feet get dry a little and I'll use this electric file at the bottom of my feet. I'll do 5 minutes or so on each foot. Make sure it gets super soft, like baby soft, and you'll see a bunch of white stuff start to accumulate here, like a bunch of flour like things will just start falling. So I recommend also having your feet on something that you don't need, maybe a plastic bag, maybe some clothes that you can wash after, because it's going to create a lot of that skin thing. It's like dry skin being filed away. This particular one came with 3 different heads. It also came with a bunch of other stuff that you can use for pedicures, and honestly I don't really use most of them because I don't think I need them, but it came with it and I was just like, it's whatever. If you're just starting out and you need a lot of help, I recommend filing every 2 to 3 days, but for me now I do the filing on a weekly basis. This I do nightly though. This is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% exfoliating toner. I'll take this and I'll pour it on a cotton pad and then I'll just soak the cotton pad and I'll apply it underneath my feet. Sometimes I'll even do over my feet, like the actual skin, if I have darker spots or some hyperpigmentation there, and then I'll wait for it to dry. But again, I soak the cotton pad because I want to make sure my feet is completely covered and soaked with the toner. I sit and let that dry a little, and right after that dries, you will use the Aquaphor Healing Ointment. I think any ointment will work, but I'm an Aquaphor girl, and you guys know this if you've been watching for a minute now. I love Aquaphor. I feel like one day they should sponsor me. I've been using Aquaphor for everything. I have their little tubes, I have a big tube, I have the jar. When I found them in the jar, I was like, stop. I bought it right away and I love this. And after my feet dries from the toner, I will put this Aquaphor on again all over my skin. I just lather it on there and then use a sock. You can use any sock, but a cotton one is really helpful. I don't know, 100% cotton, everything is always helpful. It's just what it is. I'll usually do that because it helps keep moisture in your skin. And so the reason you need to do all of these is because a lot of time the dry, rough, cracked heels that you get is from a lack of moisture, especially if you're someone who's working and you always have socks on or you're always walking. And I feel like a lot of people also don't pay attention to their feet when they shower. I've heard people don't wash their feet when they shower. I don't know how that's a thing, but like, wash your feet. wash them with soap, dry them, and moisturize them. And I assure you that alone will actually be really helpful. So if you don't have Aquaphor, any foot creams will work, any ointment will work, especially something with salicylic acid in there, because those are really great at locking in hydration for your skin. I feel like this is a summer series I'm doing. First, I spoke about skincare products that's actually going to help get rid of chest knee, back knee, because that's something I also used to deal with. And then I just did a video on bikini line prep, because that's another issue I've had. And now the foot one, and I feel like I've touched everything, haven't I? But anyways, let's continue. Now the top of your feet. We've talked about the bottom part, how you're going to get that baby butt soft. Now we're going to talk the top, because I feel like that's also something that gets neglected. I feel like a lot of time we just focus on the toenails and then we keep it moving. And you know, the people that can do that, you're very privileged, okay? You're very lucky. I am not afford that same privilege. I feel like my feet just, it gets wonky. They get wonky and I have to actually put work in. So here are the things that's helped the top of my feet, because I'm someone who just have sensitive skin all over. So I get hyperpigmentation everywhere. Like sometimes just standing in the sun for a longer period of time will cause hyperpigmentation around my toes. You know, like that, those things that we have on our toes, I will get hyperpigmentation around that. And also the top part of my toe, I will get hyperpigmentation if it's itchy and I scratch it sometimes. So many problems to deal with, so many problems. But the top two products that I also use to get rid of those hyperpigmentation on the top of my feet, first one is this again. So if you already have this, you're set. This is the ordinary glycolic acid. If you can use this on a daily basis, I would really recommend you use this on a daily basis. But if you can't, every other day. And also make sure you always use a moisturizer after, and sunscreen if you're going out in the sun. The next product is the Paula's Choice Exfoliate 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. This is my holy grail product. I will forever buy this as long as it continues to work. And this is how much I got. This is how much I have left. So I need to buy a new one ASAP. But this is so useful for just any dark spots, hyperpigmentation, everywhere. I use it for my face, my chest, and obviously now my feet. So I'll also put this on a cotton pad, apply it wherever I have any issues. I do use this one a little less because it does cost $32, and I feel like that's a lot of money to be spending all the time on products. So I try not to use this one all the time. I'm always using the glycolic acid one more, and this one just on a weekly basis. That's the other part. For this one, you shouldn't use it on a daily basis. This I recommend every 2 days or on a weekly basis, depends on how much help you might actually need. And of course, if you're going to use them, make sure you always wear sunscreen when you're going out in the sun. I cannot emphasize this more. If you're using acids anywhere, always wear your sunscreen, because your skin becomes so much more sensitive, and so you might actually create more issues and more irritation than you had before. And you know, why do that? It's like laver mes pieds, like my mother would say, you know? It's like you wash your hands and then you dried it on the floor. It just makes no sense. Now you have the soft feet. The top of your feet looks good. The toes, for that, I feel like I should have two categories. One for your natural nails and one if you need help. For me, most of the time I'm using my natural toenails because, you know, it's less work. Now we're caring for our natural nails. As someone who has weak, brittle nails, they will break often, all the time, especially the big toe. The other one can grow as long as a witch's toe if I let them. But the big one, it will eventually break. So lately I've been using this Hard as Hoof, H-O-O-F, Hard as Hoof Strengthening Nail Cream. This is what I've been using to strengthen my nails so that they can keep growing, because they are weak and they will break all the time. Another thing I'll use is this Keratin 3-day growth amino acids, and this also helps with strengthening my nails and hardening my nails so that they don't break as much as they usually do. So for nail polish, when my nails are broken, like when my nails are looking short and I'm not loving them, this is when I'll use this Barefoot and Barcelona by OPI. It's a brownish pink. I really like using this on my toenails because it's almost like the same color, but it's more uniform, so it looks better on my toenails no matter how my toes are looking. So that's what I'll use for my natural nails. I wouldn't say I'm a big white nail polish person. I do think they look good, but at the same time, I feel like we all use them, so I do try sometime to get away and use the second most used nail color, a pink one. And I've been using this SC one. What color is this? This is Mochi Mochi. This is such a pretty pink color. I have that on my toes now, but I'm not going to lift up my foot for you guys to see. But okay, the light is so annoying, but it is such a pretty pink. I will leave links below so you guys can actually access it yourself. It is the prettiest pale pink nail polish I've actually ever seen, and I got this a long time ago at Target for $10 maybe. Okay, my next hack, which is a secret, so you guys, let's talk about it. False toenail tips. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody, literally no one knows when I have my natural nails out versus when I have these actual nail tips. They look so natural. You can shorten them, you can also color them the way you want to. They do come with smaller ones, but I usually just use the big toes because, like I told you, my big toe will break and it'll become like half the length it's supposed to be. But the small ones, they can grow as long as they want to. So oftentimes I'm just using the big ones. But if you're someone who wants to use the smaller ones, also go ahead, use the smaller ones. Apply whatever nail polish you want to, white, pink, blue. I apply whatever nail polish I want to. You can cut them and they will look so good and so natural. You can also use a glue with it. I love using glues with them. But sometimes I'll also use these little nail sticky things, and I really like using these as well because I think it makes the nails last a little longer when I use them rather than when I use glue. The false nail tips are such a game changer. I'll put them on if I'm in a rush. If my nails are broken and I don't like the shape they're in, I'll put them on. So I really love using those, and I have no shame about it, but just don't tell everybody. I really recommend always having something like this on hand because it just makes it so much easier when you gotta go out and you just need pretty nails right away and you don't want to do the most. I get these basic ones for $5. Another set I've gotten is from BTArtBox. This is the brand I usually get my press-ons from. But yeah, they have the press-ons for your toenails as well. And these actually come prepared. Like they'll come designed, decorated, painted, polished, everything, and they look so beautiful. The lighting here is so annoying, but you can see it says reusable press-on toenails. While they are reusable, I've actually never reused them just because I don't see the point. Honestly, I buy them for $15. When I used to get a salon pedicure, it cost at least $30 where I am, so I don't have a problem buying these, using them for 2 weeks, and then just throwing them away and buying a new pair if I need. After using your press-ons, the color that I liked, this color, this Essie color, the Mochi Mochi, it's chef's kiss. It's so beautiful, you guys. It's so pretty. It's so nice. When I was showing it to my friends, they were just like, oh my god, that is the prettiest color. So I feel like you cannot go wrong with this pink one. But if you need a white one, I use this Inside Dry Sally Hinson. I use the Sally Hinson white nail polish. It's called the White on Time. White on Time. I like it. I like dad jokes. I like cliche jokes. I don't know, whatever. So next step is accessorizing. I love accessorizing my feet when they're looking good, but I just had this little toe ring on. It makes them look so beautiful. I got a bunch of these on Amazon last year, and I still have some to hang on to, and I will literally just put them on any toes and they will look so cute. Another accessorizing tip is to use an anklet or just a regular bracelet. I actually used to use this as a regular bracelet. I'll usually just put a regular bracelet around my ankles and it will also look gorgeous. And the minute I put the toe ring, my cute nail polish is on, my anklet is on, I just feel like a brand new woman, and you will feel like a brand new woman too. And honestly, I enjoy myself in life so much more when I look pretty and my things are looking pretty. Just everything is looking pretty. I just feel like there's just so much more joy in my life when I look better, when the things I have are looking good, when I have things around me that makes me feel and look good. And yeah, I feel like your feet is a part of that. There's no need for you to just like let them look wonky and busted up. All these things that I've mentioned have helped me so much in elevating my foot game. But yeah, that's my full foot and toe routine. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoy these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel so you can come back for more videos like this, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.